name is Cameron Bailey. I'm the Artistic Director here at the Toronto International Film Festival. We are thrilled to be presenting David's new film and to be doing it here at the Visa Screening Room in this beautiful, elegant theatre. We want to thank Visa Canada for making that possible. A reminder that this film is eligible for the Grolsch People's Choice Award. You decide, so get out and vote. You can drop your ticket in the ballot box at the end of the screening, or you can go online to tiff.net/vote. Thank you to Entertainment One Films and Entertainment One Films USA for providing us with this film. This is a real honor for us. We have had a long relationship with David Cronenberg. Some of you may know we recently had an exhibition in Tiff Lightbox devoted to his body of work. And one of the things that I think we're now able to do is to set aside some of the earlier characterizations of his work as out there or strange or weird. David Cronenberg's work is, I think, at the very center of contemporary culture, and it has been at the center of contemporary culture for 40 years. It's not out there at all. His films are about how our identities and our bodies are mediated by images, by technology, and by the liberties that we ourselves take. He is the filmmaker of how we live now. His films have been at the festival over many years, and Butterfly, A History of Violence, Eastern Promises, which won our most popular film award, and A Dangerous Method most recently. I'm very pleased that he's come to introduce the film to you this afternoon. Please join me.
It feels like this was a whole CGI thing because I can't see anything. Well, thank you for showing up. I'm always never sure that anybody will. I don't take it for granted. I don't want to really, it's odd to introduce a film in a way because I don't want to tell you anything about it. You just should relate to the film directly as spontaneously as possible. One of the nice things about a sort of North American premiere is that perhaps you haven't read too much about it or seen too many clips or so on, so you'll have the freshest relationship with the film. Really, the origins of this film, Bruce Wagner is a brilliant novelist who lives in LA, has grown up in LA, and has written about 8 novels that are terrific, mostly about Hollywood. And I met him in about 1992 when he sent me his first novel, Force Majeure. And he actually had written the script 20 years ago for this movie that you're about to see. There were no cell phones then. There wasn't really much of the internet either. And he wrote it out of frustration because he wasn't getting anywhere with the novel that he was writing, and he thought maybe he'd try a screenplay. And I came across the screenplay 10 years ago when he showed it to me, and I just couldn't believe it. I thought it was just incredibly good. So witty and so dark and so intense, and his dialogue is just supreme. It's so rare to find that, really. And we've been trying to get the movie made for that 10 years. And I actually talked to Julianne Moore 6 or 7 years ago in New York about starring in it. We still couldn't get it made. When we finally got the money together, we got the sort of co-production treaty together that allowed us to do the movie. This is all indie film financing craziness. I went back to her, and she said, yes, I still want to do it. It's still stuck in my mind as one of the best scripts I've ever read. So, of course, we had to update it. We had to acknowledge the existence of Facebook and Twitter, and so on. But the basics were so solid in what Bruce had written. They were so primordial and so intense and so, in a sense, there was a reference in the movie to it, so mythological, that it was only the superficial things, the little technological things and so on that had to change. And certainly Hollywood was pretty much the same as it was 20 years ago. So I don't want to say too much more. Julianne Moore won Best Actress at Cannes for her portrayal of Havana Savannah in this movie. That was fantastic. So I hope you like it, and